Be careful, Sam. Tom's ready for you.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Look at
Okay,
this.
so hey, all you cool cats and kittens. As most of you know, I am an expert at Photoshop, obviously. So I thought that.
An expert.
Donald Trump there, I don't know.
Yeah.
An expert, that's funny.
So I prepared some slides and then we'll have some interactive content a little bit later, but most of you know me, so Sam Marshall. I've been with Net at Work for about 5 years now, and I'm the practice director with Sage X3. And pretty much anyone who's ever spoken to me, even for a minute, knows about my mom, because I talk about her all the time. This is my mom, Rowie, and in the middle there is BB and me a very long time ago. I worked with my mom for many years in the Sage community, and she's a big part of my life. She's a big part of what makes me happy. A while ago, so these pictures were taken in about the 90s when it was really just me and my mom conquering the world. There's a picture actually of BB from a Sage conference that we recently went to. So she's still in the Sage world now with Bass. Yeah,
That's the one who didn't remember you, Sam, right?
No, that's not the one who didn't remember me.
The conference.
No, BB. No, you're thinking of Stephanie and I we had to do double takes to remember each other. But no, BB and I have we used to work together when back in the days that I owned my company. So no, she definitely remembered me. So after me and my mom were conquering the world, then came Vince. So Vince joined our little trio. Here's Vince. He's my husband. And the three of us started going on our adventures together. And then a few years after Vince joined our crew came my little Eric. So those are those are about 9 years old, those pictures now. So now it's kind of the four of us, so the four musketeers traveling around the world and having our adventures. So these are the people that make me the most happy, my little crew here. What we love to do is travel. So this is a bit hard these days, of course, and I've got all these travel books that we make for each other at Christmas, but I've just gathered a few pictures here. So every year we try to go on a couple of trips, the four of us, and this is a picture from a couple of years ago. We were in Switzerland and France. I love to hike, and so I force them to come with me as often as I can. But again, always the four amigos here on our trips. And these are amazing. Like, I don't know, I would love to start a little Net at Work travel group. I know a lot of us have been talking about how much we love to travel, and what I find hardest is to find new places. Like, I mean, there's of course loads of new places to go, but being able to pack up an itinerary where you're going to get to see a lot of cool things when you go to visit a place. I would love to share notes with anybody that's interested. So this was a trip we took, a 2-week trip through Switzerland and France, and another trip. This past year we went to Spain, and we went to, on a separate trip, we went to Costa Rica, and then out to the mountains in Canada. But we always have a great time, the four of us together. I would highly recommend Segway tours. It's super popular on Airbnb to do these Segway tours. In any place you go, you just log on to Airbnb and you can do like a pretty inexpensive little Segway tour of the city. And we've really been enjoying those on our last few trips. Here we are this year. This will be the last. So luckily, like Drew was saying yesterday, we got a trip in this year just before everything shut down. We went to Jamaica. So in the true spirit of my little crew here, we have to have some adventure. So my mom climbed up with Eric this waterfall. Somebody knows that. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a very popular thing to do when you go to Jamaica. Dunn's Falls?
Dunn's River Falls.
Yeah, that's
Dunn's River Falls.
Dunn's River.
Right. And my mom was like, I was so proud of her. She was absolutely terrified, but she made it all the way to the top. Um, and so one little story, we like to dress up, my family. And we were in Spain last year and we saw this picture hanging on the wall of our Airbnb. So it's a painting and it's an original painting. And we were wandering around the house and we found like there's a little chapel in the house that we rented that had that same floor. It's like this kind of cubert floor. And we're like, well, I mean, for sure, this portrait was taken in this house. So we went hunting around and we found the robe that the man is wearing in this painting. And so my husband put it on and we thought, well, this is great, reenacting this photo, but how could it be better? Oh, here's another robe. And my son put it on and we took this. They're trying really hard to be serious. We were like cracking up in between these pictures. Then we thought, well, how can we make this even better? And obviously you switch the costumes, right? So we had a lot of fun with that. But we love Airbnbs, and you always have more adventures when you're staying in Airbnbs, we find, especially if you're willing to go through all their stuff. So in the vein of dressing up, here's a few other pictures of my family being silly. And one of the things we love when I'm on the road is to use Facebook Messenger, because you can use all the filters. I'm sure everybody knows about those filters, but they're amazing. And if you don't use them, I highly recommend them. But here's just a few pictures of us dressing up. We love to get into costume and make silly faces. So luckily we can still do that in these strange times. We also love music. So my son and I, Eric and I, enjoy to go to Kids Bop, and that used to be his favorite band. We've been twice to see Kids Bop. He's getting a little older now. So my favorite music, I know Harold and I share a similar taste in music, so he'll relate to all of these pictures. I won't go through them all. But yeah. These are some of my favorite artists. And when Eric started getting a little older and looking outside Kids Bop, we played a lot of these bands for him. And he does like some of them, but his favorites are Queen and Michael Jackson and Weird Al Yankovic. So we have a heck of a lot of these three bands right now.
He's a Canadian hero, isn't he?
Who's that?
Weird Al.
Is he Canadian? I didn't even realize that.
I thought he was.
Yeah,
Okay.
he is.
Okay. I'll tell him that. That'll make it even better. And there's my son. We got this piano for free off Kijiji a couple of years ago, so we're trying to learn how to play it, but we're not very good. We're not nearly I'm not going to make him play piano for you guys because we're still just learning. Another thing that brings us great joy right now is our house. So I used to live in the city. We moved out to the suburbs, really like a small town. It's not the suburbs. We live in a very small town outside of Toronto. And we, of course, dressing up. We love Halloween. I know Sonia loves Halloween too. It's her birthday, by the way. Halloween, I'm so jealous. So we try to bring Halloween to our town year round. So you can see, I know most of you have probably seen these pictures of the skeletons. We dress them up for various holidays. That top picture is our spider dressed up for Christmas. So we have a lot of fun with that. I had to put that second picture in because I noticed we painted the house since that first picture and I was really embarrassed about it. So I put a picture of the house in after it was painted. But we love our house. We love our house in our small town. And the best thing about our house is our backyard. Here's our backyard. We have a pool, and yes, I am Canadian and I have a pool. This picture in the top left is actually taken yesterday, so we do have the pool open and we enjoy it as much as we can. And the spider has taken a trip down from the roof over to our pool to hang out with us there.
And it is heated, right?
Yeah, of course, Tom. Of course.
And then most of the year you get to use it as a hockey rink.
We don't do that, Adam, but that is a good idea. We're Canadians that don't play hockey, if you can believe it.
What?
And yeah, I know. And there's some fun pictures of my mom. So my mom, we're still trying to keep her as part of our life as we can. And there's my brother. That's not my mom. The bald, hairy man is my brother. So we do a lot of Facebook Messenger video, FaceTiming with them now. That's Eric at Easter collecting eggs in the backyard with my mom and my brother. And Tom, there's a good picture you can grab. That's my high school graduation photo on the wall behind my mom there. Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
Thing.
Uh-huh.
You
There
never
we
say how
go.
quickly
We
you
missed
move
that
it.
There
one,
we
Sam.
go.
We
Yeah.
missed that one.
It's
Yeah.
being recorded, right? This is being
You
recorded?
went, you went too fast. I didn't see it. It changed screens. I didn't even see it. It's not fair.
Yeah.
I took a picture.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't notice it's back there. Look at you.
Was it a Catholic school?
It was, yeah, had my
Uh,
little uniform.
You can always
Yeah.
tell.
So this is something that has I've been hitting up every now and then, this site, and I'll post it in the chat. But you can watch the Northern Lights all the time, and it's it's a live cam on this area of Northern Canada that gets frequent Northern Lights. So if you're up late at night, or maybe the people on the West Coast can catch it in the morning, but they've got amazing live camera of the Northern Lights. So I'll post that for people, but I love, that's my dream holiday. Once all of this is over, we're planning a trip up to see the Northern Lights. So it's bringing me some joy now. And then no slideshow would be complete without pets.
Aw.
This is my sweet baby, Jezebel.
Oh.
We've had her now for about 9 months, and she's adorable, as you can see. This picture here in the middle is her. She loves sitting in the sunbeam of my office looking out into my backyard. She loves her sweaters, obviously. That's
She needs
sarcastic.
them.
She despises her sweater. And here she is on her big cat tower, which takes up most of my living room.
Oh my God, that's scary.
You may
Tom, look at
recognize
this
her
pic.
from
How
Austin
can you
Powers.
say she's not cute? Look at her.
That's Austin Powers all back.
And then just one more thing, and then one more slide of things that make me happy. Is, of course, again, my sweet little son, Eric, who is quite the karate star. I love going to his karate tournaments and watching him kick serious butt at his karate tournaments and just get along with his little friends. They're a real tight-knit group, and I love seeing them together. It's just great, the community that they've formed around karate. And so what we have for you at the end here, my son has agreed to do a kata for you. So katas are forms in karate. You can compete in karate in 2 ways. You can do kata, which is forms, and you can do kumite, which is sparring. So Eric is going to show us one of his katas. He recently became a blue belt, and we're all very proud of him. So I'm going to disconnect my laptop.
Okay, you got him?
Yeah.
Can you guys see him? Okay.
You guys may want to pin that other window now to get it to take over the screen share.
Which one, Adam?
I just pinned your other. You're still sharing your screen on the computer, it looks like. So if you
The
want
one
to see
looks
the
like
phone view, just
Sam was in Blair Witch Project.
right.
Okay. Okay,
Just
now
right
you
click on.
see?
I see you now.
there.
It's There
Perfect.
we go. There's the
Okay.
man hair.
Okay, so I'm gonna put this back here.
Love the French
Okay, babe.
doors.
Something new!
That was great. Yeah, it was great. Yay.
Very nice.
Yay.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did
Nice
Good
you
one.
job.
Thanks, everyone.
Tom's
So
gonna get
I
down
love
on his
watching
head if you
them.
don't close Smithfield, Tom.
Oh, poor Tom.
Fine.
Thanks, Sam. That was
Thanks, Sam.
Thanks.
Thanks, Sam.
Bye.
Thank you,
Great.
Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
Nice
Thanks, Eric.
job.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sam.
Bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
You.